The seafood and agriculture industries are coming under increased regulation by the state and even federal government. At the time, the Chesapeake Bay, which is our most valuable natural resource, needs to be protected. How would you balance the health of the Chesapeake Bay against the rights of the farmers and the watermen who engage in this for their profession?
I don't believe anybody has the right to pollute, but we live in a open, we farm and we work the water, and that has impacts to our environment, there's no doubt. Our very activities that come in here tonight has an impact on the environment, so zero discharge or things like that is an impractical possibility. But you balance it by a stewardship ethic that I was brought up with, and you give people the opportunity to make improvements rather than a compliance mentality and a hammer, that you respect private property rights, because private property owners will take care of their property and protect their property and make environmental improvements. That's how we make progress. Water quality issues, we need the science, as was spoke by the previous panel, but that too needs to be skeptical, and I think I had the science background to ask the right questions of where it is. We see money funded into a lot of bricks and mortar for laboratories and this, that, the other without any solutions, and we have, as in the shellfish committee in the counties, we have people that are working on the water that are just given time to come and meet, but then they do whatever they were planning to do anyway with the sanctuary requirements and other aspects of the oyster regulations. So those things have to change, and I hope to be part of that change.
Okay. Shall I repeat the question? Okay. The seafood and agriculture industries are coming under increased regulation by the state and even the federal government. At this time, the Chesapeake Bay, which is our most valuable natural resource, needs to be protected. How would you balance the health of the Chesapeake Bay against the rights of farmers and watermen who engage in it for their profession?
I've been on a farm since 1964 when I was 6 years old. I've never met the first farmer that intentionally was polluting or wanted to tear their water quality up or pollute the Chesapeake Bay. I have a farm that grows 365,000 chickens 5.5 to 6 times a year. I'm a MAFO and a KFO. I know exactly what they are. I fall under them. So when I go to Annapolis, they're not going to be able to pull the wool over my eyes on those. I honestly believe that the state should fund cover crop programs on all land in the Chesapeake Bay watershed. There shouldn't be a limit of applying, and then when the money's gone, then that's the end of the acreage in the cover crop program. So if we plant more cover crops and we do more with farms, they'll sustain. The Chesapeake Bay is the cleanest it's ever been almost in this area. So the farmers and the watermen are not the cause of the pollution that we're seeing. The bay grasses are making a comeback. The oysters are making a comeback. Last year, over 90% of the oystermen and the oysters were caught in Somerset County. So what we're doing down here is what the state should model in other areas. So I think the farmers have got the tools. They need to be expanded. The sewer plants, they need to be looked at. More money needs to be put in to the wastewater treatment plants. I believe firmly that that's where the majority of the pollution in this area is coming from. We had a pristine body of water in the Nanticoke River, in the Wicomico River, in Ellis Bay. Now it's polluted, not to do anything with Somerset County, but strictly from Salisbury. So I honestly believe that if we increase cover crop programs.
Thank you very much. You have 2 minutes if you'd like to continue.
This job is very important. I want to thank the citizens that voted me in for the last 8 years to represent you as county commissioner. I honestly believe, after seeing Annapolis for 8 years, that nobody should go to Annapolis without first being either a municipal or a county representative. If you go up there and you've never been either one of them, you don't know when you pass a bill what the trickle-down effect is on the people below you. I thank the people that I've served with, and I thank the people that I've worked with, and I believe this county is in better shape financially than it was. Other commissioners have said about the tax rate and the fund balance that we've got, the jobs we've been able to create, and I just think that in these important times that you need a man of experience, need a man of value, a man of hard work, who's paid his own way, who's created his own way, run his own business since I was 8 years old, 43 years. I think those values, along with my strong family ties, my Christian ties, I think I'm the right man for the job, and I appreciate your support on November the 2nd. Thank you.
I neglected to say in my opening remarks, I'm a charter member of the Mount Vernon Volunteer Fire Company. I'm treasurer of my church, John Wesley United Methodist Church in Mount Vernon. I've been treasurer for 20 years. As I said, I've continued to live on the farm that I grew up on and farm it. It's our family farm. And I've worked in Salisbury for 15 years. Prior to that, I was worked for the Maryland Farm Bureau for 8 years, covering the eastern shore counties in southern Maryland for the working with each county organization, dealing with policy issues and membership drives, and activating them to represent themselves on legislation in Annapolis and helping them to make the contacts. There's experience. I was Somerset County Farm Bureau president for 5 years during the 2000 until my mother became ill and I had to step down. And I've since, in the last year, I've been elected as Wicomico County Farm Bureau president, having served on their board of directors for 15 years since I went to work for Farmers and Planters. They adopted me and so appreciated my efforts. And I was honored to be taken into that, and I thought I brought special talents to this district where it includes a big part of Wicomico County. I think part of the change that we need in this country is a new attitude, and I'm not politically experienced. I've been involved with the party and been involved with the issues. I've been on the legislative committee of Maryland Farm Bureau for 8 years, and I know what the issues are, and I know how the system works, and I have suffered from the trickle-down effect by those experienced politicians firsthand, dealing with them daily in a management role. Thank you.
Thank you.